Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. I'm very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Welcome back to Big Mouth, and you can continue the conversation over on Twitter with me at Movies TV Mad. Yes, welcome to my Manchester United versus Arsenal match reaction. United won, Arsenal won. And last night I saw two of the worst teams in Premier League history. The first half was absolutely terrible. The second half was a bit more attacking, a little bit exciting. But at the end of the day, people saying that Arsenal would be more disappointed than United, that's spin. That is just spin. We were at home. We were 1-0 up. We're the ones who should feel more disappointed. Not Arsenal. They were away from home and they equalised. And when you equalise, you get something you nearly didn't have. So please don't tell me the nonsense. Now, talking of Twitter, I posted a thread on there. So just in case I don't remember my words, I'm going to read to you what I put on Twitter this morning. It's a thread. Please listen to it before you get all upset. I love Manchester United, win, lose or draw. It's not about trophies or leagues. I lived, breathed and overdosed on the glory years, and they were by no means perfect. I saw Cantona targeted by the press, racially abused, but we got through it. I saw Beckham hung, drawn and quartered for making an honest mistake. Right now, what I want from my club is for them to play attractive, entertaining football. If that means finishing 7th while Liverpool dominates, so be it. But we're not even getting that. What we're getting from Woodward is substandard manager after manager who are wrong for my club. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a great club legend. I love him, but he should not be our manager. Ole, you are constantly speaking untruths. You are not building anything. All you're building is a straw house that's constantly being blown down. We don't dominate games. We can't create many goal-scoring opportunities. We need a strong coach who can truly rebuild the team by his or her actions, not by their words. Yes, I'd be more than willing for us to look to the women's game. Let me start again. Yes, I'd be more than willing to. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? A third time. Yes, I'd be more than willing for us to look to the women's game for our next coach. It would be groundbreaking. I know the women's game well, and there are many who could do a better job than the 4 male coaches we have had. And this is not me saying, oh, these guys couldn't even do as good a job as the women. This is not me putting women down or women's football down. I know the women's game, and I know there are female coaches who could do a great job, including the woman who's running the female team right now. I'd have her running the team in a heartbeat. But you're going to be shouting me down and you're going to be saying I'm talking nonsense. Now, away from that, what I said for me is true from my point of view. I will be quite happy to finish 7th or 8th every year if at least we were buying slowly the right players and building a team and at least playing open, attacking, entertaining football. But we're not even doing that. So it makes it worse that we're losing and drawing. Our record, this is the worst Premier League start in Manchester United's history. It's depressing. We all know, even the Ole Gunnars, you all know that he should not be our manager. As I said, if he wanted to be like a temporary manager, I was fine with that when he was temporary manager. But this is no good. He keeps on saying he's building something. He's not building anything. He's full of words, untruths, and lies. And last night, when he comes out and reacts to the draw, he's happy. He's happy because he didn't lose. And that's the problem. You go 1-0 up at Old Trafford. We had a good enough team to score 2 and 3 last night because this Arsenal team isn't very good. We're not very good either, but at least we have a solid base to defend and hit them on the counter and score a couple of goals. We didn't do that. I would say McTominay was my man of the match last night, without question. He was amazing. His goal was amazing. I know he had a little deflection, but it was an amazing shot. He's becoming an amazing player. I think he will be one of the best players who's ever played at United in a few years' time. I think he's brilliant. I don't understand people who don't like McTominay. He has got all the gifts. He's a great defensive midfielder, and he can also be a great attacking midfielder. When he loses the ball, he doesn't sulk like a lot of our players. He goes and gets it back. He's in the mould of what Manchester United should be, and that's great. Rashford has no confidence whatsoever. He was terrible last night. He shouldn't have been playing, and this is the problem with Ollie. He had Greenwood, who's got the confidence, who's got 2 goals already this season. Why is he not playing him? The excuse is he's 17. The excuse is he must be protected. Protected from what? The lad wants to play. Let him play 5 to 10 games and then pull him off and bring Rashford back. Rashford needs to sit on the bench and watch the game from the bench. The pressure is no good. He's not confident. You can see that from the guy. Give him a break. But instead, Ollie's going the other way. He's trying to play him to show him he still has faith in him. And it's not working. He needs to sit back, see Greenwood in action, see his place threatened, then come back, all refreshed after the international break, and see maybe Rashford and Greenwood can play together. Of course, Martial's coming back as well. So look, for me, the danger signs are there. We're mid-table. What are we now? 11th? I can't even remember. But it's only going to get worse. We can't win games. We've won 2. What have we won? We've won 2 games. We've lost 2 games, and the rest are draws. It isn't good enough. We're 11, 12 points behind Liverpool. Not that we were ever getting near Liverpool or City this year. I understand that. But if we can't beat Arsenal and we're satisfied with a draw against a mediocre Arsenal side, what's going to happen when we are playing Liverpool and City? They're going to destroy us. And when we play the better teams in the Europa, they're going to destroy us. But these owners are not going to sack this manager because they've decided to go under the narrative, this is our man. He's the one who's going to rebuild this club. And he's not. It's lies, it's rhetoric just to keep you calm. But most of us are not stupid. We want this manager gone by Christmas because he's no good. He's not a good manager. He's a club legend. As I said in my Twitter thread, I love him for what he did as a player, but he should not be our manager. The first half we broke quite a few times quite well. When I see Daniel James, I see a really fast, enthusiastic player who wants to run. But the problem is, once he gets to the byline, he now and again puts a good ball in, but mostly there's no end product. Sometimes he even loses the ball. I think that Daniel James will become a great player for Manchester United, but right now he's quite raw. And I don't blame Ollie for picking him or buying him. He has to play to gain experience and he needs to learn how to have an end product. He can't just run and run and run like Forrest Gump. He's got to be causing damage in the box. And sometimes he does. He's a good player. But sometimes he's so fast, he's too fast for the ball. But he'll learn to get better because Ronaldo had the same problem when he first came to the club. And I remember we used to criticise him. But he got better thanks to Sir Alex and his coaching team. And hopefully the coaching team there now, who do know about football at the end of the day, actually, get those rough edges out of Daniel James and they'll make him a better player. So I'm happy with Daniel James. Wan-Bissaka didn't play last night for illness, but I'm very happy with him. And I'm happy with Maguire as well. I don't think Maguire had the best of games last night, by the way, although he nearly scored. I think defensively he was a bit dodgy, so we are dodgy in defence. The unit isn't there. Again, the defence will come. We're going to tighten up in the defence, but in midfield and up front, we are absolutely ordinary and terrible. That is a 3 out of 10 performance for me. Not good enough, not dominant at home, and we can't win at home, and we can't win away. And next we're away against Newcastle before the international break. I think, have we got a Europa this week or is it the following week? Or is it international? I can't keep up. But basically, my assertion and my opinion right now is that Manchester United need a manager who can take this club forward. It doesn't matter about the ownership. If they can fluke a great managerial appointment, nobody's going to be talking about Ed Woodward and the Glazers. And that needs to happen urgently.